Chipmunk Friday Eve. I'm Maddison Hill.
And I am Courtney Revolution.
We are your he and she of tea, and we have so much to get into, you guys, with this whole thing about Justin Bieber confirming that he is, or I guess he has been diagnosed. I was going to say he's diagnosed. He has been diagnosed with Lyme's disease. There's a lot of elements to this diagnosis. Yes, he confirmed it. We're going to talk about his Instagram post. Yes, I saw his Instagram story where he was talking about people going to iTunes, buying Yummy so it can hit #1. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah,
We're going to talk about how a lot of people on Twitter are saying, why should we have sympathy for Justin when his fans bullied Selena about having lupus? People thinking that he's doing this for sympathy. Hailey defending him. Thanking the Hadids. Gigi Hadid tweeting about it, then having to delete it because she was getting backlash. It's a lot.
Now, I'm wondering, because I didn't look at the replies, Avril Lavigne said something to them yesterday, too. Did y'all drag Avril?
No, I assume they only dragged Gigi because of the Taylor Swift connection, which, by the way, we're going to talk about Taylor and Selena, a little more about Selena. We're also going to talk about Jeffree Star, why fans think that he has broke up with Nathan, which is a huge deal. We're also talking about Logan Paul. He's trying to fight somebody else. I'm rolling my eyes already. One at a time. Obviously, we're also going to talk about Joe Giudice, just because we love the Real Housewives tea. And he is shading Teresa on Instagram. We also, yes, we got the messages. We're going to talk about Mac Miller, Lizzo, and Jillian Michaels. Did you see she made some comments that people were mad about? She made some comments about Lizzo's body.
I saw, and I was very disappointed.
Yes, we also have an update on Kate Beckinsale and MGK. She clapped back at rumors now, and she was way sassier than MGK. So all of these people are definitely trying to divert attention from it.
Just a mini update, no one dragged Avril. I just had to check. Y'all better leave Skater Boy alone, period. I just
Skater
had to check.
Boy or the clone of the woman who sang Skater Boy. Have you heard those theories?
Of course I have.
I don't want to give them any attention because I saw Avril Lavigne in concert once and it was amazing. I want to believe that it is the same Avril that is here today.
When did you see her? Like, what era was that?
I saw Skater Boy era. This was
the best!
When we had the punk, we were wearing the low-rise jeans. Yes, I will never forget. It was snowing when we went into the concert. And we're like, fingers crossed, we can like stay out late and have a snow day, and we don't have to worry about the Avril concert. And we got a snow day. So not only did I see Avril Lavigne, but then I didn't even have to go to school the next day.
Do you want to know how hard I used to stand Avril Lavigne?
How hard?
For an entire school year and a half, Maddison, I consecutively every single day wore a necktie to school. Every single day. Was she pulled all the way to the top? No. It was just like I'm going out the door and I grab it and I throw it on. Anyone that has went to school with me knows.
Now I need a picture. I need a picture of this time in your life.
Tell my mom to throw those in the fireplace.
Yes, no, I need it. You guys are also going to have a little card dinner tea time. Of course, we're going to talk about Kim and Chloe. Chloe getting backlash for posting about flat tummy shakes. And then we also have an update on Rob and China and that whole explosive of a situation.
Yeah, I care about that.
I know, and I read about another allegation today that is wild.
I'm wondering why people are acting as though the things that Rob are saying are like crazy. Not a lot of people, but some people are like adamantly, of course you believe Khloe Kardashian. I sat up on the show and I said I met her. Y'all. It's very easy to believe.
And I think the allegations of the partying, drinking, maybe even if it's not to that extent, to me, it's believable just because that's her past. I mean, she kind of went from being a stripper to the club promoter. I mean, that's just kind of has been her progression. And I'm not saying, obviously we don't know if it's happening as consistently as Rob is claiming, but she comes from that world. Yeah. So it's not totally out of the realm of possibility. It's not like she was always sober and never did any of those things, and now all of these allegations are coming out.
The last thing before we get into the rest, but then people were saying, well, Tyga didn't run to the court and get custody of his child. For those of y'all that don't realize by now, Tyga is a very private person.
Yes.
He is not about to go out and be in the midst of media mess intentionally. You get what I'm saying? He's normally dragged into it.
I believe that Tyga already might, again, I don't know this for sure, but I believe that he has a little more custody of King than Blac Chyna. Not 100% on that, but I remember a while back that was a conversation. So I don't know necessarily about that, but I feel like Tyga definitely has a hold on things. He never really has posted a lot about his son. I feel like the most we saw about King was when he was with Kylie, because Kylie was posting about him all the time. So I agree with you. I think he's very private, and I highly, highly, highly doubt Tyga doesn't know about these things that are going on. And I do believe that Tyga and Rob have communicated because they have to. Their children are in the same home.
I want to say last
Sorry.
pinch, y'all, pinch.
Because and then
we'll get into it. There were like 2 comments that like really were like, girl, really? Because then they said, well, look at y'all once again. Y'all know the Kar Jenners love to tear black women down, but then in the same breath you said, well, Tyga didn't go to the court, so you want this black man to tear this black woman down?
Right.
That's better for you?
That makes
like,
no
sense.
Sense.
It doesn't make sense.
No
So
sense.
I just wanted to say it's very believable, the allegations against Blac Chyna, in my opinion, based off of my interaction with her. Just so we're clear.
And Courtney has met her.
I met her.
It's not like
it's not like we're just like pulling this out of the sky.
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad we did this at the beginning.
Yes, I felt like that needed to be addressed.
Yes,
but we're
ma'am.
gonna get into it more, of course. We also have Miss Mika. Love you guys, and thanks for the song. You guys are cool.
Let's do it.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tea, ya. And we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Hey!
I needed that on the Shambong Friday Eve.
Yes, ma'am.
So close,
Happy
you guys.
Thursday, Mika.
I'm always one day ahead this week. I don't know what is happening with
Jumping
me.
quick.
I've been jumping ahead all week, which has made it very long, but thankfully there's been a lot of tea to quench my thirst.
Thankfully.
Yes, you guys are talking about the circle in the chat. Thank you for reminding us. I caught up last night. I was very upset because obviously you guys know Karen was one of my favorites and she went home.
Yes.
I was not really pro that situation, but I feel like her message was long lasting and her exit was amazing.
I'm ready for the spinoff High Casting. I'm ready for the spinoff of Karen and Chris.
Yes.
And they spread inspirational messages throughout the country to young teens in the closet.
Yes, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that.
Lead the
we
way.
also had a couple new people come in, Bill and Sean, and then the mother-son duo, which is very.
I live for them because they're from PA, and if you're from PA and you watch The Circle, you know Ed and his mom are just very PA people. They are.
Courtney was like, literally, they are my town. And
Yeah,
I was
I live
like,
for it.
oh, okay, interesting.
The eyebrows. and
Also,
all.
anyone from Delco County that Sammy was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if that stereotype is true that the girls who come from there are crazy. Because I need to know. I need to know. We also have Tofu Chipmunk sending positive vibes out to all the T Tribe. Yes, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I see you guys talking about your favorites. Danielle says, I don't like Adam or Alex or whatever. Me neither. Not a fan. Also, we have so many PA people in here, and I love it.
Oh, shout out to my PA
I
boys
love it,
and
I
girls.
love it, I love it.
No, I love that. Bianca said, Joey has grown on me, and Bianca, I want to go on ahead and agree. Because I was kind of like, initially, because he just comes off very like,
Yes.
that
He just
kind of
comes
person.
off very stereotypical Jersey boy,
Yeah.
fist pumping.
Tired of that. Jersey
GTL,
Shore is already on TV.
that whole situation, yes.
But I'm glad that as the show goes on, we see that he has like layers. My favorite thing, he loves his mom. His mom loves
cried.
him. Yes.
That
Do
was
it the
good to see.
Sasso way,
Also,
Joey.
Sammy, from the first episode to now,
Grown on me.
love her. I
Queen.
think she's one of my new favorites.
win, low-key.
I think she might win
She
too.
might
She's
win.
really smart, but you all know my number one fave maintains as Shuby.
Of course.
We must protect him. He's innocent and sweet and doesn't know anything, and it's just we gotta protect him.
I thoroughly am enjoying Miss Rebecca.
Oh, okay.
The reason why is because he's focused. Seaburn?
Seaburn.
Shout out to Seaburn.
He is so funny
He's on it.
when he's trying to flirt though, and him being in the chat when they're having the conversation about their
Yeah.
periods.
Oh,
I was dying. He's like, man, when I'm on mine, my left side always hurts. I'm like, oh man, he almost really dropped the ball on that one because that doesn't happen.
There used to be a very not famous, let me not use that word, popular Twitter account that for years catfished as a black woman.
Okay.
And was in group chats, donating.
Just randomly?
Just randomly. The account grew. He was having like lady chats and group chats, giving advice. All of this,
real
right,
life
man?
circle.
Yes, real life circle. Then Complex or one of these publications wanted him to do like a reveal. And girl, when the reveal happened, I guess Complex or whoever thought it was gonna be like, yay, support the gay black man.
Yeah. No,
It
people
was
were
one
mad. People
dark
were
day
mad.
on Twitter.
Well,
He
I
had to
kind
delete
of
his account.
feel like Shuby feels like, even though he keeps calling Rebecca his sister,
Yeah.
I feel like low key he's hoping he can find love because when Joey
it's not
was
gonna
talking
work.
about how he kissed, oh my gosh, I can't think of her name right now.
Miranda.
Miranda.
Yes, she
I
needed
could
to go.
tell. Yeah, same.
Mad
I could
dry.
tell that Shuby was like, oh my god, he found love, and then he got to paint Rebecca, and he was like, I feel like she looks really good in red. So I'm a little sad because he is getting catfished, but whatever, it's fine. He's gonna be okay. He's smart. He's from UCLA or graduated from UCLA. I saw you guys talking about that in the chat. all of that good stuff.
Top three, y'all, right now.
Yes.
And while y'all write that, who's
write
your top
three? My top three, definitely, I got to put Sammy in there now. I love Chris still. And I think I'm going to go, I think Bill is really cute, but he's not giving me much to work with right now. But I really do love Seaburn. And I think it's just because I'm an OG person. I'm loyal. They've been there since the beginning. I want one of them to win.
I think for me, it would have to be Shuby, Chris.
Oh my God, did I not say Shuby just there?
No, you did. You said
No,
Shuby.
I said Seaburn, but Shuby is definitely still one of my favorites. So I guess I have 4. Sorry.
For me, it'll be Shuby and Sammy.
Yes.
Chris.
Okay, T-Tribe, we're all on the same page. We all love the OGs.
Yeah.
Everyone's going with the OGs. No one's saying anyone new, and I love it.
If you're new and you're just tuning in, right now we are just having a little circle chat. If you haven't seen it, it's a new reality show on Netflix. It's on for 3 weeks. We're all watching
Yes,
together.
we're all just watching it together because Courtney and I started watching it, and we thought it was really fun and interesting, and we just wanted to get the T-Tribe on it with us.
And y'all are loving it.
Yeah,
so.
exactly, and it's fun to talk about. So let's go ahead and pour the tea.
Let's do it.
And we can get into it because I know you Selenators and Believers are going to get antsy, so let's go ahead and get into it. Everyone, new episodes next Wednesday, don't forget.
Yes, next Wednesday. So we'll be back next Thursday with another Circle
And T-Tribe, if you haven't watched it, if you are a member that hasn't gotten on the Circle bandwagon, go get on the bandwagon.
You have time.
Go do it, go do it, go do it. Also, watch Cheer, because I watched that, started that last night, 2 episodes in, was crying like a baby. Okay, you guys, Jeffree Star. People are thinking that him and his boyfriend, Nathan, have broken up. There's a couple reasons why, mainly due to the fact that he recently canceled tour dates. He was supposed to do this European masterclass, and just days before it was set to take off, a statement was released that he had to cancel due to, quote, unforeseen personal reasons. That and Jeffree also removed the line, wife of Nathan, from his Instagram bio. So everyone's kind of confused as to what's going on. Little caveat, they did recently film like a tour of the mansion that they just built, and they were together. So keep that in mind, but still, all these little things. We know anything can change in 24 hours. And then the makeup artist, M.M. Mitchell, who is set to be on the tour, he's confusing people too because he recently took to his Instagram story saying he's upset because his friend Jeffree is upset. He said that Jeffree's feelings can't be helped and he wishes he could make them go away. And he went on to urge fans to keep Jeffree in their prayers. So do we think Jeffree is going through a breakup?
I want to say maybe, but also he has a family member that's sick, like his mom, I believe. Starians, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure his mom has been really sick. So it could be that, but then that doesn't explain the removing the wife.
Yeah, the Instagram bio thing is the one little piece of this puzzle that I'm kind of like, I feel like something might be up, just because why would you randomly do that? Even if you are going through something, you're having this, you know, a sick family member, even almost think that it would bring them closer together.
I agree.
Not further apart, but I don't know. You know, people deal with grief in different ways.
Absolutely.
People go through things differently. So I don't know. I would honestly be sad if they did break up. I think that they had a great relationship based on what we could see. I like that Nathan was with Jeffree early on.
Same.
Before he kind of was this mega superstar. It made me think that he was really genuine and authentic. And I feel like they had fur children together. I just am like, if this is true, I'm going to be really sad about it.
It's been a rough couple of months for Jeffree, you know, the passing of his dog we saw in Shane's series, and then whatever this mystery chaos is happening behind the scenes. It sucks for anyone to go through a breakup or potentially have a family member be sick.
Right.
But if they have broken up, I'm sorry, question mark?
Right. No, I think I would be sad. And some people are saying that Nathan actually has removed all of his social media, so maybe it's that. I don't know, though. I still think, like, Jeffree, when he's in anything, and if it is part of his life, he has no problem shouting it from the rooftop. So even if Nathan did delete his social media, I don't understand why Jeffree would delete that from his Instagram.
Something is up.
Still,
Madison.
something is definitely
the deleting
up.
of Nate's Instagram.
I don't know. Something is going on. Yeah, something's going on.
We gonna get in it. Okay.
It's something to keep an eye on. How about that?
We gonna keep our eye on one eye on Nate and one eye on Selena.
Yes, exactly. Okay, let's talk about Logan Paul. He told TMZ that he is in talks to box NFL star Antonio Brown. He said, quote, "I think we might be closer than anyone expects." I guess he challenged Antonio Brown after his whole thing with KSI, and Antonio Brown told Complex, like, I mean, if he wants to keep running his mouth,
will
I'll
snap
square
your neck.
up, and I will have Floyd Mayweather train me, and then we'll really see who's talking after that. So apparently Logan is spouting that his team is talking to Antonio Brown's team, and he's going to get into another fight.
What is his career trying to be?
Thank you.
Podcast host.
Is why I wanted to bring this up. Not
Stunt
because I really
queen.
care about Logan Paul fighting an NFL
Yeah, who
player.
cares about that,
I'm
but-
just so confused why he's trying to continually make the fighting thing part of his brand.
He's trying to knock the rest of the little bit of brains he got in his little cranium loose.
I'm just confused. I'm like, are we trying to distract people from all the problematic things we did in the past by just doing something completely different? Is he actually passionate about fighting? Like, what is happening?
Are y'all still listening to the podcast?
Do we care that he wants to fight people? Is this something that people are interested in? Because I personally am not interested in it.
Madison, I don't give an expert.
Other than maybe it's Antonio whooping his tush, then maybe that would be something I would catch some highlights
A little
of.
clip.
But
You know
it's not
Twitter
like
will
I'm
get that
going to
together.
pay to watch that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone's no one cares at all. Not interested.
If Logan get beat
amen.
up, then Logan get beat up. It's legal. Next. Like, you know what I mean?
True. We had Daphne saying the Pauls are falling away for real. They are no longer those favorites we had before.
I think, and this is me being honest, Logan, for me, doesn't have a chance, but Jake does.
Okay. Jake
Jake
has
is
a
light
redeemable
years.
quality.
Yeah, he's light years more likable than Logan. Logan sucks. But Jake is it. If you compare the two. Like, you know what I mean? I would rather watch Jake flop on the show with Tana than support anything
Bustedness.
that Logan does.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
think
I
that
mean?
whole, I know he's moved on from it, but I just really haven't moved on from the whole Japanese
Me either.
situation. Like, I just,
no.
I,
And I probably never
haven't
will,
let
to be
that
honest.
go. I am a grudge holder. I've talked about this before. I will forgive, but I will never forget, and that will always be in the back of my mind.
Always.
So, I don't know. Logan Paul, we'll keep our eye on you, but probably not really.
Probably not really.
But probably not really.
T.
Let's talk about Joe Giudice. Joe Giudice.
Come on, Juicy.
Juicy Joe, for all of the Real Housewives of New Jersey fans, you guys know that he is in Italy. He is adjusting to life the Italian way. He's back on social media, and it's really funny. He needs you. He needs a little Courtney Revolution
is he giving us uncle
assistance.
photos?
Yes, giving us uncle photos and just like posting about where can he get skinny jeans. Just like he needs some.
So Joe needs a Twitter.
Yeah, he needs just some like assistance from you, just in general.
Google don't work in Italy?
Well, apparently he can't. He's having a hard time finding those
Oh,
kinds of jeans in Italy.
Juicy. Pshaw. Some Lucky Brown will get you right together.
Yes. So Teresa recently posted a photo of her promoting an appearance she was doing on HSN, and Joe, HSN, doing some eyebrows. I don't know if she has her own product. She was just showing how she uses a certain product. But anyway, he commented on it saying, "My hardworking wife," or was, because we know that they're getting divorced.
Girl, why would he?
Why would he do
Shut
that?
up.
Why would he do that? I'm so
Joe
confused.
is supposed to be flexing and minding his own business. Why
I
are you
know.
doing this?
I know.
At the end of the day, Teresa is still in America and still, to our knowledge, has a show contract. So who cares?
I just want to root for him so bad. But then when he
Same.
does like weird stuff like this, I'm like, oh,
Weird.
Why are
It's
you doing
weird.
this? This is not getting people on your side.
And your kids are old enough now. So what happens when Gia goes on Instagram and sees
Gia,
that?
good job. Gia's old.
I saw the first two seasons.
Yeah, She's
what
in
happens
college.
when she
Or going to
growing up?
college. I know. It's just all very bizarre to me. I just had to point that out.
I don't like
because
that.
I love Real Housewives of New Jersey. I love a little tea. And it was just so weird. It's so weird.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
He needs to find a girlfriend.
And honestly, Bianca said that's something Meghan Markle's dad would do for publicity. Bianca,
Yes.
you
yes,
must
Bianca.
have a crystal teapot because that's who we're talking about next.
How you did that?
Literally no joke.
Literally.
We're talking about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle because this was a huge story. This is a really big deal. This is the first time this has happened in a really long time. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced that they will be stepping back from some of their duties to become financially independent.
Hey.
They said in the statement that they intend to step back as senior members while continuing to fully support the Queen. They now plan to balance their time between the UK and North America. This balance will enable them to raise their son with an appreciation for royal tradition, but also provide their family with the space to focus on their next chapter, which will include the launch of a charitable entity.
Well, I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to tell you how you could become more financially independent. Here's a bag right here for you. Now, I'm sure Miss Anne Hathaway is working on Princess Diaries 3. Now, Miss Meghan Markle, we need you to at least at the minimum, have a cameo with 4 to 5 lines, or we need you as a supporting someone, an auntie.
You want her to get back into the acting game?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
especially that platform. Princess Diaries, it would make it that much more iconic because this is something that will go down in history. You can link pop culture to it.
I will say at least Disney's safe. Nothing's gonna happen. When I heard this, I initially was kind of disappointed.
Okay.
I think I just wanted Meghan to kind of really be kind of that new people's princess, I guess. So I was a little disappointed because I understand why they're doing it. They want to definitely give there some balance, kind of take a modern stance on royalty. But I will say I was a little disappointed. She has a really hard time with the press, but it's in large part due to her family. Her family has made it impossible for her. I do want to shout out a couple people. We have Cody Welch, not spam. If anyone in the tribe wants to start making some money, there's that link. Cody, there you go. Thank you for sharing with the T tribe. Yes, I saw someone else too. We have Nina Marie Pierre. TBFW, too beautiful for words. Thank you so much. We also have another one from Cody saying, sorry, I'm petty, but it's about the monies at the end of the day. Cody, we will never, ever be petty about anyone's hustle.
Okay.
Trust us.
Never, ever.
Ever. We are hustling all the time. We will never be petty about it. Anyway.
Madison, why is this a big deal? Just explain one more time for people that don't know.
So this is a really big deal because no one in a long time from the royal family has said, we're going to step back. We're not going to be committed and be in these positions full time. I don't even know when the last time this happened, to be honest.
Would it be fair to say
I don't know.
that the closest we've come to that is Princess Diana?
But see, the difference with Princess Diana, I've watched a lot of documentaries about this.
I know you have. That's why I'm like, give us the info,
So with
girl.
Princess Diana, everyone loved her, worshipped her, and even though she wasn't royal by blood, she was royal by marriage.
Okay.
Even when she was divorcing Prince Charles, everyone hated him and loved her. So it was
she came out with the freakum dress on.
it was a very different dynamic. I feel like people were rooting for her because she was so genuine. People didn't really like Prince Charles. And I know people don't, and I think the difference here is the people don't really like Meghan Markle, which is a flip on its head, and I'm really sad about it because I wanted that to happen for her. And so it's just a really big deal that as a couple, they're deciding to take a step back.
And
that's a huge deal.
And they don't like her because she's American, ?
So that's not necessarily true. I think they don't like her because she went highly against royal tradition and the fact that she's been married before. She's an actress. They don't like people who have come from the entertainment industry. Grace Kelly had a similar situation. That was way back in the day. And I know some people say it's because Meghan is half black. I personally don't think that, but maybe that's my own jaded view of how I want to view the world.
I have heard that.
But
to be honest, for those of y'all that are watching and y'all like, I have heard that.
For me personally, because I have watched so much about the royal family, I think for me it is that she does buck royal tradition so much, which it can also be a good thing. I'm just sad that she's not taking that stance and staying there and using it, and you know what I mean? They're going to kind of take this step back and split their time.
And there ain't never been no black people in the royal family. Out of genuine curiosity, because I don't know.
I don't know. I'm sure at some point there had to have been, but I don't know.
But there might not have been.
There might not have been. There might not have been.
And there could have been a reason.
Also,
leave my car alone, royal family, please.
Also, her family is horrible. I mean,
call it like it is, mama.
They have made it horrible for her. Her dad has made it horrible for her. Her stepsister. I mean, I do have to give her sympathy on that because one, being a royal is already challenging enough, and then having your family over here bad-mouthing you and trying to start, shit, is literally, can't imagine how terrible that is. It's a lot, but it's a big thing. It was a big thing. I wanted to talk about it. But let's move on and talk about Mac Miller, you guys.
Yes.
This is happy news, actually, in a way. Oh, hold on. Hollyscoop is saying last time something like this happened was the Queen's Uncle Albert abdicating the throne. And if you watch The Crown on Netflix, they do talk about that. And that was a long time ago. Anyway, Mac Miller's family, you guys, they announced one more, that Mac is going to have one more album. His family's releasing it. So I guess prior to his passing, he was working on a companion album
it was
to
like a
swimming.
concept.
Yes. And so thanks to one of his friends, it's been completed, and it's actually going to be released on January 17th.
That's next Friday? The same day? Damn.
Yeah. So it's, Definitely a heavy heart. It's mixed emotions.
Absolutely.
I think when I read this, I want to take it as positive and happy and try to turn obviously such a difficult situation into a light. That's kind of the stance that I feel about it. And I think this is such a great, great, great gift to his family, first and foremost. And then, of course, his friends and his fans. What a great, great way to remember Mac Miller.
For me, what I took away from reading that article, Maddison, was he was working. Mac was working. And it is so tragic to sort of like revisit that place where we were when he passed.
It absolutely,
but I am excited for the project because I wanna hear what he was gonna do.
Me too. And I'm happy that someone finished it. I'm happy that his family is doing this because his family could have easily, honestly, you guys, been like, we're going to keep this for ourselves.
Absolutely.
And this is going to be something that we have to remember him. But I think it is very gracious that they're putting it out there.
So that they can heal and the fans can heal.
Yep. I love it.
I
love it. We are definitely sending lots of hugs and love to Mac Miller's family, his friends, and all of his fans.
Absolutely.
Now we're going to move on and talk about some shady messiness with Lizzo and Jillian Michaels. So Miss Michaels is getting backlash for comments she made about Lizzo's body. She was on BuzzFeed's digital series AM to DM, and the hosts were talking to her about the celebrity trend of body positivity, and I think it was supposed to be a really great conversation that kind of turned a little sour.
Girl, that was tough.
And Jillian, when she was talking about Lizzo, she said, quote, "Why are we celebrating her body? Why does it matter? Why aren't we celebrating her music? Because it isn't going to be awesome if she gets diabetes." She went on to say, quote,
Did she say that?
She went on to say, "I'm just being honest. I love her music. My kid loves her music, but there's never a moment when I'm like, I'm so glad she's overweight. Why do I even care? Why is it my job to care about her weight?"
Okay, so for those of y'all listening with children, I'm going to go on ahead and let y'all know y'all need to cover their ears in 5, 4, 3, 2. Jillian Michaels is an ass. Like, I don't understand. She sounds like a jerk. She sounds insensitive, and she sounds like someone that has battled with a lot of insecurity within her own body, and it sounds like she's projecting that on poor Lizzo, who's literally out there helping with the Australian fire. Are you serious?
My thing is, I understand what she was trying to say. Actually, there's really no way.
All of it was garbage,
all of it.
Madison.
I was going to try to be like, I think she was trying to be like, why do we care about what she looks like? Let's just care about the music. But then it's like, then you got petty and mentioned the diabetes
shut
and like
up.
all that stuff. And I just feel like how anyone can let their lips flap that much at all in today's day and age, it's confusing to me.
My thing is,
why on earth would she say that?
What she said, "I'm so glad she's overweight. Why do I even care? Why is it my job to care about her weight?" Because you used to have a job where you was caring too much about people's weights, and then when the show wrapped and they all had health problems and they were having heart attacks and going back into rehab and everything else, that's why you should care.
I think
you get what I'm saying? You should care
is,
about the celebration of everybody, no matter whether it is skinny, big, thick. You get what I'm saying? Because it's just as bad when you say someone is too skinny versus when they're too big. You should just live your life as long as you're your own definition or standard of beauty or healthy. Like, no one else's opinion should matter. She's gross for that, Madison.
No, I agree. I think, too, whenever she was asked this question, what do you think about this trend? All you have to say is, you know what? I think it's great.
Yes.
People like Lizzo, I love her music. My kids love her music.
Shout out to her. Wrap it in the bow. Shout out to her.
Just end it right there. Why even say something like this? I don't understand. I don't understand. Literally, I don't understand. But whatever. I'm sure she will definitely have to say sorry, maybe? Because Lizzo's not on Twitter anymore, I feel like it's not going to get as blown up.
Jillian Michaels, we better have an apology by the end of day today.
Okay.
There was outrage all day yesterday, even from BuzzFeed staffers. So, Jillian, I don't know what you're selling. We're not buying it, first of all.
No.
Whatever it is, we're not buying it.
I don't even know what she's doing these days.
No one even cares, because the biggest loser is who's that. Now, you need to put out an apology.
Yes.
She needs to put out an apology today.
I agree.
That was so rude of her.
I know.
Thank God Lizzo wasn't online.
That's what I'm saying. Lizzo has been taking a Twitter hiatus.
Thank the Lord, because of people like you, Jillian Michaels.
Literally, actually. Okay, let's talk about Kate Beckinsale and MGK. So we know that these kind of rumors with them, they left the Golden Globes after party together. They were in the same car. MGK has said nothing happened. Now Kate is clapping back. So someone commented on one of her recent Instagram posts and called her infected for hanging out with MGK. And she responded and saying, why don't you worry about things that are actually happening and donate to Australia wildfires rather than waste your time on things that are not happening and never were. And also, please get a bleep life.
See, the period should have gone right after and never were. Period. Then what? Clisty 7? Then what? And they wasn't going to say nothing. Her response was perfect.
I agree. I was like, okay, here's the maturity. She is a woman. Here it is. I'm happy she said something. I know. The whole thing was rude. But I'm happy now that she said something. Hopefully we can put the kibosh on this once and for all.
I think so.
You think it'll be done?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be surprised if it continued.
I will be honest, yesterday I was thinking like we might be on the brink of a love triangle, but after Kate was so absolutely not, don't think about it, never gonna happen, never did happen.
She's like,
I'm kind of like, okay, maybe not. Maybe I was off there. Maybe I was off there. And people are, yes, no.
I'm not here for that.
And we also have Mobile ACC saying MGK is their secret crush. Not mad about it.
He's a very nice man, and he's very tall and smells good.
He is. Okay, let's talk about Turn Your Volumes Down.
Maddison, the upper lip is sweating.
My upper lip is sweating, you guys. I don't know why I'm so hot right now.
It's because it's a hot Thursday.
It's also because we're getting to a lot of the really juicy tea, and I'm already getting stressed about how everyone's going to react.
Y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can see this, but
It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, go ahead and turn your volumes down.
Car Jenner tea time! Hello to everyone in your office.
I also love that people are talking about my blood pressure. You guys know how my body reacts to the tea so well.
They know. They're like, all right.
They're like,
sweating. We're getting to the BS
into
now.
it. Okay, so first and foremost, let's talk about Kim and Khloe. TMZ reported that they were seen yesterday at a golf course here in LA.
Fun.
Cameras were there, so I just want to prepare everyone for the Fluffer episode that will be coming soon.
Maddison, I was on YouTube last night, and I guess, I don't know if you guys know, like some of the paparazzi out here, they have YouTube channels. Why Khloe and Malika, like very recently, like within the past 3 days, was like down the street from my house.
Oh, really?
I was like, y'all are like
they were probably doing like a coffee shop catch-up.
Yeah, they were like going
a dish
to
on something.
I was like, what? It blows my mind. Like they literally, y'all, they eat and do everything like right in my area. It's weird.
Well, your area is kind of the first one that they come through to get through everything else. So yeah, it makes sense to me why they're always there.
What's gonna happen when they knock me out, y'all?
I often think about that. I'm like,
every day, Madison.
What would happen if we came face to face, which we will one day.
One day,
Honestly.
Madison. It's gonna be the Car Jenners and Justin. The only ones I'm like, all right, we're going to sit in this room. We're
I know.
have a long table
I
in front
will
of us.
say, Chris is friends with Wendy Williams, and she is just about, if not more harsh than we are.
And listen, Chris
when
is
it comes
about
to the
getting that
Kar-Jenners.
money, so she
Yes.
understands our hustle.
Exactly. Now, Justin, I don't know. I kind of would, I mean, I would have to be like, I'm so sorry, but I stand by everything I said.
I mean, I'll say this, Madison.
Yes.
We know that Justin watches.
Yes.
If he was upset, you know, and I know, we would know.
Yeah, he did tweet about the woman from E! News, so we would probably know about it by now.
No,
Yes.
we're not doing it.
Okay,
today.
not today, not today. Let's talk about Khloe, you guys. She recently posted a photo promoting flat tummy shakes. She is decked out head to toe in the merch, and let me tell you, people are freaking pissed.
And
she
they should
did
be.
hashtag it as an ad. She did say that she has a nutritionist and personal trainer, because last time she posted this, Jamila was like, you don't put that you have a personal trainer and a chef. So she made sure she had that in there. Did not stop people from being absolutely pissed, calling her disgusting, calling this sort of promotion disgusting, saying that she values money over her fans. As much as y'all want to be upset, Khloe's not going to stop because she probably made like $500,000 just from posting that picture. To be honest. You can be upset all day.
This is your one time, y'all. Y'all could drag her on this one. The reason why is because we all know that they know how we feel about that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They know. So Khloe said, well, my baby got to eat.
I also recently, I think this was what?
I got to check the document. Sorry.
Oh my God,
I just thought about
scared
something.
me. You scared me.
Oh my God, I did a Kar-Jenner thing last night on my own. Finish what you're going to say, and then my stuff is like stupid.
Just Just say it.
Did y'all see Kim Kardashian's fridge last night?
Yes.
Holy expletive. I was screaming. Did she open? That's going to be my house, Madison. All the candles. And she said, because we don't have plastic.
The industrial fridge.
I am obsessed with Kim Kardashian's kitchen.
Everyone's talking about the fridges. I do love her kitchen. It is very minimalistic.
All of the plastic, not even plastic, glass containers with the good wood on top. Then she got a water fridge. She said, the yogurt machine.
My favorite headline to come out of that was, why does Kim have so much milk? I was like, because she's Kim Kardashian. I don't know. Apparently people were giving her flack about what she feeds her kids because she'll let her kids have like Sprite and some chips and whatever. And so that's why she did that, to show that she has vegetables.
My favorite line of the entire thing. All of my kids drink a different milk.
Like,
I said, why, Kim? But also, I live for it. Maybe Nori wants some damn oat milk.
If you can, you can. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry,
it's fine.
y'all. I'm literally sweating, but Kim's fridge kitchen area shook me. I literally paused the circle. I didn't
think you would be so passionate about that.
I love a beautiful home.
The fridge was great. The fridge was great. Yes. I know. She is organized. Well, they have those people come organize their houses, so
Kim,
it is easy.
How about this? Kim, you can invite us over to your home to drag us as long as I can leave with some yogurt on my way out.
And a different kind of milk. 3 different kinds of milk.
Oat milk.
Yes. I know oat milk is your thing. Oat milk, and then what? You put something else in your coffee.
Agave.
Yes, agave.
Agave.
A little sweetener. Okay, let's talk about Rob, you guys. We have some updates about the whole China situation. This is a new report coming from E! News. Rob is, quote, worried sick about Dream and knows she would be better off with him. The source said, quote, she tells Rob some of the stuff that goes on, and he also hears it from the nanny and friends, which tells me that these people are probably going to testify on Rob's behalf, as well as those former employees like we talked about yesterday. The insider says that Rob and the family have noticed serious behavioral changes in Dream after she spends time at China's. She comes back to Rob's, and it takes her time to adjust. Rob apparently gets stressed and anxious when he has to send Dream back to China's house. It's reportedly gotten to the point that he is going to do whatever it takes to get full custody, and he allegedly has enough evidence to show China is not a fit parent. The allegation, I just want to put this out there, that I saw today that was new in this story is the fact that Dream has been reenacting a sexual position that somehow she picked up, and that's a big concern. That's something else that's in the paperwork, along with partying, drinking, spending $600 a day, throwing knives, lit candles. No. What was some of the other ones? Drugs. That's the start of it.
The drugs alone was
yeah, that's a lot. So this situation's far from over.
I'm gonna say this, Madison. For those of y'all that are still believing that Blac Chyna is the most fit parent on earth, we just read to you from E! That Rob allegedly has enough evidence to show Chyna is not a fit parent. They're not going to run up in court without the receipts. You get what I'm saying? They would not go through all of this hoopla if they were not prepared, ready, lawyered up, and they have receipts. So at the end of the day, Rob is going to get his Dream back. Chyna's going to go back to selling eyelashes and hopefully keeping her relationship with her mom great. So, which I don't know if they're on par right now.
Well, and this source said Rob doesn't want to keep Dream from China. He just wants to make sure she's okay until China can make sure that she's okay by herself as well.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a common misconception. People hear this and they're like, oh my gosh, Rob's being a monster. He's trying to take... No, he's just trying to be, honestly, a responsible parent. And if even one of these things is going on, I think anyone in the mom tribe can attest that you would not want your child in a home where any of that's happening.
Absolutely.
Either one, whether that be one or all of those things together.
I don't know what Rob looked like, but I want my kid in the house with 4 fridges and no plastic, period.
I mean, I also just wouldn't want my kid coming home and calling me a bitch, saying what the F, getting in fights with kids in their gymnastics class, reenacting things that God only knows how they saw. I would be a panicked parent as well.
Madison, not that little girl. Dream gonna come right back to her daddy.
And I feel like Dream already kind of has like the toughest situation. I hate to say that because obviously Chris is her grandmother. She will always be taken care of. She will always be fine in that way. But let me tell you, money does not heal all. It does not take care of all. And ultimately, if she is not getting unconditional love and support, even at a young age, kids pick up on this sort of thing.
Yes, ma'am.
And it definitely affects how they become adults. or even let's start with teenagers and then adults and then, you know, contributing members of society. So yes, while she's financially taken care of, it does make me really sad because I know this is definitely taking a toll on her in some way.
You have this child in this predicament and it takes a village, so let the village make sure that she's all right.
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, even China, she knows in her heart the situation. So as a mother, she should be like, okay, well,
I want
not the best
to address
situation.
this because Raven J said, but a father who posts revenge porn on the mother is a fit parent. That was obviously not okay what Rob did. That was completely inappropriate. He is still in a battle about that with Blac Chyna.
That's a deflection, Maddison. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Raven, that's a deflection. I'm sorry. Revenge porn is horrible and it is against the law. But at the end of the day, if my kid comes home and she's acting out sexual positions and calling me a bitch, she's coming home with me.
Yeah.
Period. There's
Yeah.
really no more discussion on that particular end. That revenge porn thing was absolutely horrible. Terrible, monstrous, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, my child ain't coming home and calling me no bitch. And if she do, she's coming home with me by the court of law. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like ultimately at this point, that's done, that's over. Blac Chyna kind of got what she wanted out of that whole situation, and now the focus has to be Dream, and that's exactly what everyone is trying to focus on.
And right here, Misha said revenge porn doesn't affect parenting. That was Rob pressing a button. That don't have nothing to do with ABC's and 1, 2, 3.
That was Rob reacting as a scorned boyfriend, not as a father.
He is a father now, y'all.
Yeah, and I think we have definitely enough, I don't want to say proof because we really don't have a lot of physical proof, I guess, but I feel like we have enough of an idea of what kind of father Rob is, and I really do, in my heart of hearts, believe that he is a good dad.
I agree.
Honestly, my gut is not ringing any alarms, and normally it would do that.
In my mind, Rob is daddy, daddy, daddy all day, and as soon as Dream go to bed, he is in the basement playing some video games.
Yes.
That's what I imagine.
Yeah,
Happily.
I agree.
You
Yes.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My question,
as much as we do like give him a hard time, living in the basement, the video, whatever.
Of course.
Like, I do think ultimately he is a good dad.
does this affect Health Farm?
That's what I was wondering. I feel like it potentially could maybe push it back, but I feel like I saw way too many people picking up on this report, so I think he is probably going to go regardless. And I think if he does go, it'll be a thing where Dream kind of is with Chris, she's with Chloe, and like
Lots
you said,
of aunties.
it's a village, and they will definitely raise her, and I don't think it would be the worst thing for her to be with Chloe for a little bit.
I would say leave her with Kim. Kim or Chloe, but Kim.
I think, but Chloe I feel like is maybe a little more present.
Kim cracked that whip.
I know, but you're thinking of her nutrition. That's what you're thinking of.
I'm gonna say this.
You're thinking of that
Courtney
fridge.
kids would not be acting like that with Miss
Oh,
Kim.
no.
And that's
No.
why
We all
we
agree
need-
on that.
How about this? If Rob go for 5 weeks, 2.5 of them weeks with Chloe, candy, and then crack that whip before Daddy come home. Kim, yes, that's a plan.
There's
how we help you raise your children.
There's a digital series in and of itself, right there. There we go. There we go. There's half of Chloe's season. There we go. Okay, let's get into this whole Selena, Justin, Hailey.
It's about that time?
Yeah, we're getting into there. So go ahead and start giving this video a thumbs up if that's what you've been waiting for. Some crowns, some ice cream cones, all of that good stuff. Okay, first let's talk about Selena, you guys. She recently sat down with Wall Street Journal, and she revealed that she is likely going to quit Instagram after her album rollout.
Ooh.
So she did put Instagram back on her phone when she was gearing up to release new music, but she told Wall Street Journal that she was just telling her friend, Courtney Lopez, right the day before the interview, that she is probably going to have it taken off her phone. She's going to delete it, let it go after the music is released.
Bye.
So enjoy Selena on Instagram while you can. Selena said that she has an addictive personality and it's just not healthy for her, and I feel like that's very mature to acknowledge it.
How self-aware of her, yeah.
Right? Exactly, and totally get it out of her life when she feels it's necessary. Now, the other part of this I really liked, because obviously we're Swifties and we stand loyalty. Taylor Swift also said a few words about Selena during this interview, and she said that she knew her and Selena would be best friends from the moment she met her. And then she went on to say, quote, "In my life, I have the ability to forgive people who have hurt me, but I don't know if I can forgive someone who hurts her."
Period.
So Justin, Taylor, it's never going to happen.
That's how I feel about just a handful of my friends. You can say whatever you want about me. I don't care.
Same.
I'm
I think
everything, darling.
I think that's the Taurus in us.
It is.
We're very protective. We're very loyal. And if you F with anyone who we care about, guns a-blazing. It's time to go.
Imagine.
And I will say, actually, I don't even want to give these people attention, but that's why it does upset me when we have some of our trolls take things a step further, because I'm like, we chose to sit in front of this camera.
Yep.
The people in our life did not. off limits. I do get really upset about that. That's That's I've really gotten better where I let the trolls go.
Yeah.
But as soon as anyone starts attacking anyone in my circle, I'll text Courtney and be like, Courtney, I need you to talk me off because I am getting mad.
It's annoying.
The lip is sweating, everything.
It's like a lot of the times they don't even know what's going on. So it's like all of a sudden you get like a message saying whatever they're saying.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wait a minute. Even if it's for a split second, like it's a disruption in their day.
Exactly.
When you could be doing something productive like going outside and getting some fresh air.
And that's why I stand Taylor for taking a stance with Selena.
Yes.
And honestly, just kind of being like, I'm not forgiving anyone who hurts her. And I think that's a really hard thing to say as a celebrity because you kind of always want to take the PC route. But I love that she's not taking it, and we all know who she's talking about, and I stan it.
She was like, I'm 30. Expletive them kids.
You know
That's what she said.
We were talking about people who are just like, say it with their whole chest, own it, never back down. I feel like that is Taylor in this new era, and I respect it, and I love it so much.
She ain't scared.
She is not scared, and I stan her for it endlessly. Endlessly. Obviously, I love Taylor Swift, but this just made me like her.
Yeah, when I read that, I was like, of course. The quality.
Yes,
quality
exactly.
woman.
The quality also of the people Selena chooses to surround herself with. Just saying.
Goes back to being self-aware.
It does. It does. It does. It does. Okay, let's talk about Justin, you guys, and this whole Lyme disease situation.
All right.
Here we go. I
Let's
know
do it.
I got a lot of DMs about this. That's why I was like, we know. We are going to get into it all.
Yes.
And I'm glad that we waited for the tea because a lot has happened since TMZ posted that article. So first and foremost, let's talk about Justin confirming it on his Instagram. He put the TMZ article, conveniently.
I just want to say, no other outlets reported it before TMZ, right?
Well, we all know why.
That's all. Go ahead.
We all know why. And if you don't know why, go ahead and look back at the coverage of when Scooter Braun and Taylor Swift were fighting.
Just want to go ahead and add that cliff notes in there for y'all
That's
watching.
important. That's important. Okay, so we captioned it saying, well, a lot of people kept saying Justin Bieber looks like expletive on meth, etc. They failed to realize I've been recently diagnosed with Lyme disease. Not only that, but had a serious case of chronic mono, which affected my skin, brain function, energy, and overall health. These things will be explained further, conveniently, in a docuseries I'm putting on YouTube shortly. You can learn all that I've been battling and overcoming. It's been a rough couple years, but getting the right treatment that will help treat this so far incurable disease, and I will be back and better than ever. No cap.
You want to go first?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say, Lyme disease is very serious, and it is very unfortunate that Justin has been diagnosed with this. It is very scary, and we are happy that he is getting the treatment that he needs.
Absolutely.
And that he is on the right path to being healed. I want that out there first and foremost.
Absolutely.
However,
I
do think this is coming at a very convenient time. I do find it very interesting that TMZ decided to release this news this week of all weeks. I think it's very interesting how Justin's docuseries is coming out here very soon, and this will be covered in it. I also find it very interesting that Yummy hasn't been doing as well as expected, and now we have this, and as soon as this was posted, a little bit after, maybe a little bit before, Justin was on his Instagram story saying, you know, not that I care, but if you guys go buy my song on iTunes, it'll help me get #1. Not that I'm about numbers, but I am competitive. And if we don't go #1, it's okay, but I appreciate y'all. It's just a lot.
Real quick, can y'all make sure that y'all go on ahead and stream The Box by Roddy Ricch? Because that is the song currently blocking Yummy from #1. Can we go on ahead and do that first and foremost?
And then before you give your thoughts, Jessica Lynn, true T-Tribers love you, but I get it. That's why I changed from mom of 3. People were attacking me about my kids. Jessica,
Shut up, really?
I'm so freaking sorry. That's
Really?
I hate that. I hate that, and I apologize.
I did not know that.
I apologize. And we have Autumn, our good sis Autumn.
Shut up.
Good morning, Maddison and Courtney. I love you both. Thank you guys for being real friends of the T-Tribe. In bed with the twins, you both are calming forces for them. They stopped crying when you guys started talking. Tell them we said hi. I feel like we have to be quiet when we talk to the twins. Tell them we said hi.
It's good to see you, and we miss you.
Yes, and we're happy that you're resting with the twins.
Absolutely.
Okay, now go, because I know you needed to. Your pause tells me enough, and I'm so anxious to hear what you have to say.
Like you said, Lyme disease is something that is very serious. I used to have a friend that had Lyme disease. It was so bad to the point, Madison, where like I would not hear from him for weeks because he couldn't pick up the phone, type on his computer, etc., etc. I do believe that Justin has Lyme disease because there's a lot of people saying, well, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake, blah, blah, blah. I do believe that he has Lyme disease. I do also think that we were not supposed to know about the Lyme disease until the documentary was out.
Okay.
But because Yummy is underperforming so horribly for Justin Bieber, now it's about pulling out all of the stops so that y'all can stream this song, so that y'all know about the documentary, so that y'all can distract from Selena. It's about all those things. It's not just necessarily about Selena, in my opinion. It's more so about gaining the sympathy after y'all sat up there and dragged him, called him a pedophile, predator, what have you, over the babies, over Yummy. So it's like caused controversy, and then now everyone that dragged him, now y'all look like jerks because Justin has Lyme disease and chronic mono. You get what I'm saying?
No joke, when I was talking to Mama Hill last night on the phone, and she was saying that, she was like, oh, great. She's like, so now everyone's going to come for you guys and be like, how can you talk about Justin? He's suffering. He has a disease. He has chronic mono. You guys are such jerks. But we still have to comment on the music, and I agree with you. I actually don't believe this has anything to do with Selena. I think the fans are making it a Selena versus Justin situation, and I truly don't believe that this is Justin, you guys. I think this
it's
is
a Scooter. Yeah.
Has Scooter scent all over it.
Also,
shout out to Jersey Girl J. She said, hold my hoops, and I've never related to anything more. We also have Jazina. Hey, guys, I'm back again in the chat. LOL, I love you guys. My special needs son always copies Courtney with car dinner tea time.
I love that. Please tell him I said hello.
I love that so much.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Seriously,
Yeah, honestly.
Thank you. I love that.
Y'all, I don't feel bad. It's all a setup. Justin is a stunt queen right along with Scooter because at the end of the day, Justin he can say no.
That's true. And I will say, he definitely wrote that Instagram caption.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just say.
Absolutely, but it's still, all
Grammar
of
all
it came
over the
off
place.
as feel bad for me, buy my music.
Yes.
That's what it came off to me as.
Of course, the loyal believers on social media were like, oh my God, isn't this sad? This is terrible.
And it is both of those things.
And it is. But there also were people calling him out for one, saying he's trying to get sympathy. And then the second thing that people were calling out was saying, how funny that the Beliebers, when Selena Gomez had lupus and had her kidney transplant, they would call her names like Salupus, would make fun of her lupus.
They call her alcoholic in the comments as early as 24 hours ago.
That we shouldn't make an excuse for her just because she has lupus.
Now what?
Whatever, doesn't make her a good performer. All of these things that Beliebers have said in the past, so Selenators are bringing all of that back up and being like, why should we have sympathy for Justin having Lyme disease when y'all made fun of Selena for having lupus? So of course, here's where Hailey comes into play, you guys. And of course, she had to get on social media
Don't
and
talk about my man.
her man, which you know what? That's her husband,
Absolutely.
So we're going to give it to her. So she first tweeted, for those of you who are trying to downplay the severity of Lyme disease, please do your research and listen to the stories of people who have suffered with it for years. Making fun and belittling a disease you don't understand is never the way. All it takes is educating yourself. I want to say a huge thank you to Yolanda Hadid, Bella, and Gigi for bringing me so much clarity and information on Lyme disease and for helping answer my questions helping answer my questions about course of action, symptoms, etc. Love you three amazing women and sending so much love to Avril Lavigne. Thank you for all you do to educate people about Lyme. You're amazing. The Hadids, we all know, they have Lyme disease too. Yolanda has talked about it on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Gigi has talked about it. Bella's talked about it. I believe theirs was something with a horse, is how they contracted their Lyme disease. But you guys, Gigi Hadid, what's interesting is she actually tweeted Hailey back and said that our pleasure, wishing the fastest possible recovery. That tweet is no longer living on the internet because Selenators and Swifties were like, you're fake, you're fake, you're fake. How are you going to be friends with Taylor Swift, who we all know literally just did an article in Wall Street Journal about being best friends with Selena Gomez, and then you're going to sit up here and tweet Justin and Hailey? And honestly, well, normally I'm not for that situation. I kind of was like, call out the disloyalty.
I just don't understand. Justin, to break it down to the basics, if y'all are just coming in late, to break it down to the basics, Justin said, I'm sick, buy my music. Out of everything we just said, Justin said, I'm sick, buy my music, but also make sure you buy it 48 hours before Selena's album comes out, 24 hours before. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
what
but
happened?
I got to shout out Carrie Bates.
What Carrie said?
Because Carrie, you just asked a question that Courtney and I were asking each other in the
Carrie?
office, and we didn't want to get that messy, but thank you. Carrie Bates said, who was he kissing on to get mono?
That's my question.
We were looking up how to get chronic mono before this because we were just curious and wanted to know. And you remember
it was
some
just
of them?
like it was just saliva. They were saying like you can get it from kissing someone, off of a glass, off of a spoon, sharing cup. You get what I'm saying? So who had the mono that you kissed?
Right. And
so did Hailey have mono before?
I don't know. And maybe, I don't know if anyone has a lot of information about Lyme disease. Is this something that happens? I know that you are tired, you are run down.
Absolutely.
I know all of that stuff. But I did think that was very interesting. And it's horrible. It's horrible. I also haven't heard of an adult getting mono in a really long time. Like when I was in high school and college, obviously a lot of saliva is being swapped.
Of course.
So mono was definitely a thing. And I haven't heard of that in an adult. So that is definitely scary, but also kind of question mark how and why and
I want to ask the T Tribe. Do y'all
Yeah, Carly said it's known as the kissing disease. You're right.
Do y'all really think that this was, in my heart of hearts, Maddison, I truly believe that what I said, this wasn't supposed to come out until the documentary was out. That was supposed to be his big...
I want to believe that because honestly, I think of things from a PR perspective and a human perspective, and I know you do too. And from a PR perspective, it makes a really good idea to put that in the first episode, and that's one big revelation because then people are going to be hooked. The press is going to be hooked and know, okay, we have to watch every episode of this because, whoa, the first episode, he already revealed he has Lyme disease. He's been struggling with this for several years. We had no idea. We got to keep on it, and we got to keep watching, and of course, it's going to reel people in.
But this news only comes out because Yummy is not a smash. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when we look back at things like Sorry, for example, song was everywhere. We could not escape
The video was
it.
everywhere.
Yeah, like, so many elements of it were an event. Yummy wanted to be an event. It wasn't, and now we need to distract from the fact that it is considered for Justin Bieber, a talented icon. It underperformed.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So now it's throw babies out, confusion and outrage, and now it's confusion, outrage to sympathy. Y'all don't see that?
No, it's definitely a chain of events.
TMZ pops out because everyone knows that everyone reads TMZ. Like, you know what I mean?
We have Tavo saying, Happy Shambong Friday Eve, Maddison, Courtney, Hidden Leo, and Shambong Dave. Rare is less than 24 hours. So freaking excited. I know. I cannot wait. I also saw some people asking, so does Hailey have mono? How does that work? I don't know.
That's a good question.
That is a very valid question considering Yummy is 100% about their sex life. So a lot of saliva, I imagine, being swapped there. So yes, that's a very valid question. I'm sure she's had to take some precautions and she's had to do a few things as well.
Miriam, he was so weak, but he wanted to box with Tom Cruise?
Miriam, your brain. Wow. Thank you for reminding us of that.
Miriam?
Thank you.
Super duper snooper?
Miriam's not having it. She
and
is not
Miriam,
having it, and I appreciate
me neither,
it.
darling.
I appreciate it. We have Maya saying, I had Lyme when I was 5, and I have a heart condition that I have to get checked on regularly now. My friend is now paralyzed from it, so it's very serious, and I understand him. Timing, though.
I love that at the end you were like timing, though, because at the end of it all those things are true.
Yes.
And
that's why I wanted to start this conversation saying,
yes,
it is serious. We are happy he is getting the help he needs, but we still have to point out. We still got to point it out, you guys.
The timing is not the best.
It's not the best. Also, Bianca says, are Justin and Miley still friends? She has mono too, which you were talking about Miley in the office as well. Courtney literally was like, something here just doesn't feel right. I don't.
All of a sudden, her vocal cords just as nice, girl. She said, let me put this mullet on. We good.
I really despise the mullet. I'm not totally against Miley Cyrus, but just as of lately, I'm like, what are you doing?
It's like as of lately, because I like Miley.
I like Miley, but I feel like I've just been talking
what is going
negatively
on?
now because I'm just like, what is happening?
What in the missing a dog grooming appointment is going on? Because it looks real shaggy and just like she needs a grooming.
It's just not happening. Not happening. We also have Magdalene saying, my sis didn't use her lupus to promo her last album, Revival. She always kept it to herself and even said she doesn't want pity but bring awareness. I think that's a mic drop moment. That is a mic drop. If I had a mic, I would drop it.
Y'all said it.
You're exactly right. Selena really only brings up the lupus when she's asked about it or going to an event. That is for lupus awareness.
Justin literally came out of nowhere and said, I have Lyme disease! Yeah. Now buy my damn album!
And Hailey, obviously, and I feel like getting the Hadids involved, it's just a whole thing.
It's a cluster expletive.
It is a cluster expletive. Now, I have to ask you, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow? Selena's, obviously, Rare is coming. I am so excited. I'm hoping I can listen to it in its entirety, similar to how I did with Taylor Swift's album.
Same.
Before the morning tea.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to film for this.
Oh gosh.
I might.
I always spoil everything for you.
That's why I'm trying to consider.
Courtney will come in, I'm like, do you know XYZ? And he's like, Maddison, damn it. But what do you think's gonna happen as far as we have this diagnosis, this reveal, this sort of fan war happening? What's gonna happen when Rare comes out?
When does this documentary come out? Do you know off the top of your head, Maddison?
I think it's the 27th. Let me double check. But I believe it's in a couple weeks.
If we don't get another song from Justin, I would be kind of surprised. I think it should just.
But you think that's gonna happen tomorrow?
Not tomorrow.
Okay.
I think within the next week.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Wow, within the next week?
Tomorrow, I don't think anything will happen.
Within the next week, you think he's gonna drop another song?
Maybe.
After Selena dropped her album?
If I were Justin in the midst of all this, I would.
Okay, y'all are saying a pregnancy announcement.
That's too predictable. Because I was gonna say that, but that's too predictable. Scooter's watching. So they gonna move that to a different date. We need them to be quiet.
I think so too.
Right?
I don't.
One Justin and Hailey.
But I don't think they're gonna be quiet. Think about When Lose You to Love Me. I don't think it's gonna be quiet. I'm nervous. I think Twitter might combust. I think Beliebers and Selenators and Swifties are gonna be at each other's throats tomorrow.
I think Hailey and Justin should both put on their Instagram story, swipe on over to create mode, and just write all love. Period.
They should all communicate and get on the same page. We
Right?
have Tavo Low saying, didn't he say he has been dealing with this for years now? Why is he releasing this 2 days before Rare? Yes, his caption did say that. And you guys, I can't blame you for looking through that. And as long as we acknowledge that obviously this is terrible, we're happy he's getting help, we're happy he is on the up, we're happy he's coming back, I think that it's okay to also point out some of the disparities in the situation too.
Ooh,
Go ahead.
Wesley and Claire.
Okay, read them and then we gotta go.
Wesley said, or they could drop Demi's comeback single, which that's a smart chess move because ain't nobody thinking about her right now in this moment.
Also, I would be very happy about that. I wouldn't, like a Justin thing, I would be salty about it, but a Demi thing.
As long as your comeback is not crying.
Right.
I know y'all are sick of me saying that, but for me. Claire also said, Justin just went on Insta Live and said that he has more surprises for us. So the second version of the Yummy video could come out tomorrow with the Harajukus.
If it's a Yummy remix, I will absolutely be so pissed.
Travis Scott, Yummy remix.
If it is
Imagine
not,
something.
No. If it is not the Post Malone collab, I don't want it.
I will admit this. Yummy does sound like something that is missing a feature.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because it's just a, I got that yummy.
What's Ty Dolla $ign doing?
I don't know. Where is Ty? Where is he doing? What is he doing?
Cutting his hair off.
It's time. Okay, you guys, sorry. We could continue to talk about this with you guys forever. But we have to go. You guys, please make sure that you tune in to Daily Rewind later this afternoon. We will continue with this topic of discussion. So you guys, please make sure you're there. Please, please, please. We will need the Tea Tribe. In the meantime, make sure you guys are following us on Instagram and Twitter.
Yes.
Don't forget to show Shambong Dave and Hit It Leo some extra love because yesterday I was having them in here working on cables and all this stuff to make the show extra. So please send them extra love from me as well because I really was annoying them yesterday. So please, please, please give them extra love, you guys. In the meantime, you can shop the Hollyscoop store. And also make sure you tune in tomorrow for Shambong Friday and the Rare release. You guys know that will be a good portion of the show.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to come hear our thoughts on that, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, don't be late. Bye, guys.
Hit it, Leo.